folks, welcome to the next lesson in our module here, where we are going to be solving radical equations again. And the answer is yes, again. But these are going to involve some slightly different skills, or slightly different techniques, I guess, whatever we'll say. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, the principle will still be the same here. We want to isolate the radical. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do here. Here's our radical, so we want to get it by itself. So we'll subtract x on both sides, leaving, and I'm going to flip things around here. We'll have square root of x equals 6 take away x. Okay, so now at this point we want to get rid of that square root. How do you get rid of a square root? Square both sides, right? So left with x here, and then when we do 6 minus x, we're going to have to really remember that's 6 minus x times 6 minus x. And so we'll have to multiply that all out. 6 times 6, 6 times minus x. So it'll be 36 minus 6x minus x times 6 minus another 6x minus x times minus x plus x squared. Okay, subtract the x from both sides. You get 0 equals 36 minus 13x plus x squared. Or, put the more traditional way, x squared minus 13x plus 36. Now, we have to solve this quadratic equation. We could use quadratic formula. We could see the factors. Let's see the factors. So we need two numbers that multiply to positive 36 and add to negative 13. Pause the video and give it a chance. What do you think? It's minus 4 and minus 9. So we get x minus 4 equals 0 and x minus 9 equals 0. And we get x equals 4 and x equals 9. Voila, our two answers. Now, we should probably check our solutions just to make sure. So let's plug in 4. So, yep, it works, right? Okay, let's try the 9. That does not work. So we have to throw out the 9. Only 4 is our solution there. All right, let's go ahead and try these exercises then. So same kind of situation here. Number 1, right? We're going to isolate the radical term here. Okay, so why don't you guys go ahead and try this one if you want to. Pause the video and give it a go. All right, to isolate here, we're going to subtract 1 on both sides. So we'll have 3x minus 1 equals 2 times the square root of x. Now at this point, you could divide both sides by 2 if you wanted to, okay? This won't simplify nicely, right? 3 does not divide by 2 evenly. 1 does not divide by 2 evenly. So instead what we have to do, or we could do, is actually just square both sides right off the bat. And this will work nicely. So we'll have, again, let's figure out what that 3x minus 1 is going to become. So 3x minus 1 times 3x minus 1 will give us 9x squared minus 3x minus a 3x plus 1. Okay, so that'll give us 9x squared minus 6x plus 1 equals 4x. Again, when you square, since it's a product, you can just distribute the square to both terms there. Okay, now, again, it's a quadratic, so let's try and see if you can get equal 0 and factor it. So we'll subtract 4x from both sides. I'm running out of space, so I'll put it up here. 9x squared minus 10x plus 1 equals 0. And we're going to factor. Now, since our a is not 1, we'll have to do the AC method. So 9 times 1 equals 9. We'll need two numbers that multiply to make 9, but add to make negative 10. And those two numbers are negative 9 and negative 1. So we'll break up that middle term. Okay, group the first two, group the second two. From this first group, we can take out, a 9 and an x. So it leaves behind an x and a minus 1. And what can we take out of this group? A negative 1. So x minus 1. So same leftovers. Whoops. And then 9x minus 1, too. So factor out the x minus 1 there. And we're left with the 9x minus 1 here. Okay, equals 0. Okay, you're still running out of space. I guess I can go right up here. So we'll have x minus 1 equals 0, which means x is 1. We'll have 9x minus 1 equals 0, which means x equals 1/9 when you add the 1 and then divide by 9, right? Okay, so 1 and 1/9 are our two solutions. Now, again, we're going to check them back in. Okay, so you get 3 equals 1 plus 2 times root 1 is just 2, and it's 3, so that one works. Okay, let's try the 1/9. Okay, 3 times 1/9 is 1/3. 1 plus, let's see here, root 1/9 is 1/3, so it'll be 2 times 1/3. So it's be 1 plus 2 times 1/3, that's not going to equal 1/3, so this one is no good. All right, in the next video we'll take a look at 2 and maybe get into 3 as well. Thanks for watching.